girls, welcome back to my channel. It's Chelsea, where we talk about all things glam and all things girly. I'm a beauty enthusiast and consultant who loves to talk about everything dealing with beauty and makeup, and today we've got my April favorites. And it's a lot here. It's a whole lot. Like, I'm already breaking up this video into beauty products and then skincare products because I tried a lot of skincare between March and now that I love. Some of it's body care, so that will be in its own video. I'm gonna try to get through everything today, but if I feel like this gets a little too long, we'll just split this up into two because there was just a lot of great makeup that I've tried really between March and now. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I truly do appreciate it, and let's get right into this video. Okay, so let's start off with first, everything I'm gonna be talking about, including this hair, this headband, and these earrings will all be linked down below in the description box. Check it out. There's a lot of useful information down there, but I just wanted to put that out there. And now let's begin. So first, I have to talk about the product that I am so deeply in love with that I just can't. And if you know me, you already know what I'm gonna talk about. We have to talk about Danessa Myricks Balm Powder. I have done a full review on all of these products, and I say all of these products because I have 5 shades, the universal shade, and then shades 5, 6, 7, and 8. So if you have not checked out that video, I will link it for you. It is full of information. What I want to highlight, outside of it being an amazing product, I absolutely love it. It is the only product I reach for my base. As a matter of fact, when I was making this video, or I was like prepping for this video, I was like, what foundations, have I been loving in April? And I'm like, Balm Powder. Even though it has not been out the whole month of April, but like, I absolutely love it. And I figured out how to make it work for my skin. So in my review, I did mention that I had some dry skin right in this area of my face and then right along here. And so I told you all I need to play with it, see what products work for me, and then I'll report back. And I got my findings. So first, one thing that I learned is, for me, I gotta prep my skin. Even though my skin is not completely dry overall, those areas that are dry. So recommendations that if you have dry skin and you have these products or you wanna try them, these products I think work beautifully. Charlotte Tilbury, Showgirls Magic Cream, amazing, very hydrating on the skin. And with any of these products that I'm talking about, I will wait about 5 to 7 minutes before I apply the balm powder so we don't experience any cakiness, okay? Love going in with this as a base before putting on the balm powders. Also, Danessa Myricks oil. This is a dry oil, so it really absorbs into the skin very quickly. And if you have oilier skin, it's not going to make your skin excessively oily either. So this is a really good option. And what I did today, I actually prepped my skin with all of these. I went in with Charlotte Tilbury's Magic Cream. Then I went in with her dry oil. And then lastly, I went in with the Yummy Skin Glow Serum. This is a very hydrating product. And so I find that doing prep like that really works, especially in those areas that are dry. And then for today, I actually used all 4 shades of the balm powder. So I went in with a sponge in my T-zone area with shade 5. So this is what shade 5 looks like. And this is a really great shade for me without a tan. So this would be, I would say, a good winter shade for me. However, shade 5 can look a little ashy around my mouth. So I will go in, or for today, I went in actually with shade 6. So shade 6 is a little cooler in its tone. So I went in with shade 6, like right along here on my jawline, and then also around the perimeter of my face and some of my forehead. I love shade 7 for my bronzer. So that's what I went in with today because it's such a good like bronzer contour. Not too cool, not too warm. So this worked really good. So I used this shade to bronze the skin, add a little sculpt to the skin. And then I don't have this on camera. I went in with shade 8 to do further bronzing because this is more of a bronzer shade on me. And guys, I can't get enough of these balm powders. I do have the universal shade, and I will say for me, the universal shade, I don't use it nearly as much as I use shades 5 and 7. And as of recently, like the past couple of days, I've been using shades 6 and 8 more so on the face. So if you're around my complexion, Based on undertone, I would say shades 5, 6, 7, and 8 really could work for you based on your undertone. If you have more of a cooler undertone than me, I would say hone in on shades maybe 6 and 7 or 5 and 7. If you've got a warmer undertone, then I would say maybe 5 and 8. Or yeah, like 5 and 8, because 5 and 8 I would say are the warmer of the 4 shades that I have. The translucent shade I don't use as much as the tinted shades, but I do use it, and this is more so like legit no makeup look. I just want to put something to blur my pores and smooth over the face. That's what I would use the translucent shade for. Lastly, for my skin type, I have also realized I don't need to balm powder, foundation, and balm powder on top. That's a little too much for like the dry areas of my face. So I like to do either balm powder, foundation on top, or foundation, balm powder, or balm powder by itself. Those are the 3 ways that I think works best for my skin type without making my skin look too dry in those areas. However, if I hydrate like I just told you all, I don't have that problem. So if I wanted to balm, foundation, and balm on top, I could do that. And then lastly, a little bit really does go a long way. Do not use too much of any of her products. Danessa has made her products to where you don't need a lot, because if you use too much, that can also kind of like throw off the results that you might have overall on your face. But when I say I can't put these down, I legit can't put these down. I've had this face on now for a couple of hours, and like I love how just smooth and like poreless my skin looks. Although I don't have any excessive like glow like I normally like, I like just this like flawless finish. It's so beautiful. And my favorite has been adding Yummy Skin foundation and then putting balm powder on top. Y'all, I couldn't even get the words out. It's such a magical and juicy experience. So I'm still loving the Yummy Skin Serum Foundation. Like I said, my foundations of choice have just been these 2. If I want to do a little light coverage like I have today, balm powder by itself, build up the coverage, add Yummy Skin, then balm powder. Look, I just can't. I can't. Danessa, like, y'all know how much I stand for her, but like her products are true. They are the truth. Now, I will say this, although I have not worn this nearly as much, the Wayne Goss cream foundations, let me tell you, they really shocked me. I have a full review of these as well. And one of you all asked me, what do I like better, the balm powders or Wayne's foundation? And I can't compare the 2. So this is Wayne's foundation. This is in shade 6. And I picked up shade 6, and I also picked up shade 4 because I didn't think one shade would work for me. And I was correct in that. I did try using shade 4 all over the face, and it is too warm. And then shade 6, let me get this together. As you can see, it's just too light. So mixing the 2 together, I put shade 6 in my T-zone area, and then I blend the rest of my face with shade 4. Yes, I'm getting my shades mixed up. And it actually turns out really, really pretty. The formula of Wayne's is a true cream foundation. I don't think this cream foundation is too emollient. I think it has a really nice emolliency, but it's just not too emollient where it's like an oil slick on the face. It has a really good lasting power, like all day wear plus some. I think if you have more normal to dry skin, you're gonna love this foundation because it's definitely going to be a little more creamy. It does have some dewiness to it, but it's not overly dewy. I think if you have, you know, combination skin, definitely oily skin, and you like more of that mattified look, the balm powders are going to give that to you. If you have combination skin and you like a little bit of dew to the skin, I think you would also enjoy Wayne Goss's foundation. If you have oily skin, I don't think you're gonna, I don't think you would necessarily enjoy Wayne Goss's foundation because it's more creamy and you're gonna have to add your powders on top. And I don't know, because honestly, because this is not too dewy, you might be okay with it and just adding your powders on top. Or, like how I plan to do, take a little Wayne Goss, add a little Danessa on top, and there we go, because we've got the Upsolite in the balm powder that will help to absorb excessive oils and stuff. So, in all honesty, if you have oily skin and you want to try Wayne Goss, I say give it a try, because when I did this review, I used his powder, and then I also used Danessa's Evolution powder, And I felt like, if I could say, regular powders kept my oils at bay, and I felt like I didn't look excessively dewy at the end of the day. In terms of Wayne's powder, it wasn't my favorite. So I think out of his powder, his cream foundation, and his powdered puff, I think the cream foundations are definitely a winner. And I would definitely recommend them if you can find your shade, or if you don't mind getting a couple of shades so you can, you know, have the complexion that works best for your undertone. So I really enjoy Wayne Goss's foundations, but like I've been wearing the Balm powder so much that I haven't worn them nearly as much as I probably would have, but I would still recommend them because I do enjoy them and I do plan on reaching for them. More foundation. The Tsar Foundation. I have also done a full review on this foundation. Absolutely adore this foundation. It's so beautiful. I picked up 2 shades. The shade that works for me is N933. This is going to be a very natural finish, long-lasting, full coverage foundation, and it's only like $19.99. I also love the concealer by Zara. This is going to be more of a luminous, creamier concealer, also full coverage, and I have it in the shade N933. And prior to Danessa's Balm powders and Wayne Goss's foundation, this is what I was wearing in the earlier parts of April. I would either wear this foundation or I would mix together this one and Yummy Skin. So good. So really, really love those two, or all of those foundations. Okay. Moving on, we've got a couple of powders to talk about. So during the Sephora savings event, I picked up the Rare Beauty powder and also the Say Loose powder. Fell in love with both of them. So Rare Beauty, I have the shade Light Medium. This one is going to be a most definitely, I would say, luminous powder. So when I want more of like a dewier look to the skin, but I also want to have like controlling of the oils in terms of like, I want to put a little powder on, but I still want to look quite glowy, I'll reach for the Rare Beauty one. And I just swatched it on my hand, and you can't, I mean, I swatched it on the back of my hand right here. You can't see anything. So there's no like flecks of glitter in the Rare Beauty powder. It's a very finely milled powder, looks beautiful under the eye. It's not gonna be a powder that's gonna pull on the bags that you might have under your eye, or the wrinkles or the creases that you might have on the eye. It's so undetectable on the skin, but it leaves such a beautiful radiance. And then the Say Loose powder, I picked up the shade Translucent Medium, and this one is a little deeper in its complexion than the Rare Beauty powder, so I went and got another one. I got the shade Translucent because I wanted to use this powder under the eye because I felt like it looked so beautiful. So this is Translucent Medium from Say. This one, the Say powder, is gonna look more mattified on the skin, even though it also has luminous properties in it. So it's not going to be a totally matte powder, but it looks more mattified on the skin than the Rare Beauty one. So I highly recommend both of these powders. They looked so flawless. I did a review comparing both, so I'll link that video for you so you can take a look at them. But I highly recommend them. I've traveled with them. Actually, all of this makeup that I'm talking about, for the most part, I've already traveled with the majority of these products. And you know, when you travel with makeup, you really love it. So I would highly recommend those powders. I would say the Say powder I would recommend for more so normal to oily skin, and then the Rare Beauty one I would recommend for normal to dry skin. I would say if you have combination skin, I would recommend both powders to you. If you like a more mattified look, the Say powder. If you like a, you know, you'd like a little dewiness here or there, the Rare Beauty powder. Okay. Bronzer, don't really have a bronzer that I've been like head over heels for, so moving on to blushes. We've got a few blushes. So one of the blushes that I'm wearing today is by Mava. So I did review her Bridgerton 2 collection, and I do like this baked blush formula. So today I'm wearing this blush right here, and that I put right along here. I really enjoy the blushes and the highlighter in this palette. I do wish the packaging was different, I'm not gonna lie. I like the packaging for the theme of the show, but I don't like the packaging in terms of like traveling. It's a little bulky. And then also just like aesthetically, I would love like Pat McGrath's original packaging. Like I could only imagine us having like a larger version of this for this. Take me now. So I would love, it would be very wasteful to buy these blushes again in her original packaging, but if she put this in her original packaging, I just might. But I do love the formulation and I do highly suggest it. The other blush that I went in with today, Sephora Collection. Sephora Collection has been hitting for me. Like my brows, I use the Sephora Collection brow pencil. The shade Soft Charcoal, love that. I'm gonna be talking about some other products from Sephora Collection. Like I just need a foundation because I already love the powders. I don't have a concealer. If you've tried the Sephora Collection concealers and foundations, I know they have a couple of foundations. Put them all in the comment section below because I need to do a whole video dedicated to Sephora Collection because I have some favorites and I want to show them to you all, which I'm going to talk about the majority of them today anyway. Okay, the other blush I have one is this one. This is called Hey Jealousy. It's what I have right here popping on the cheeks. This is a smooth formula, and I did pick this up because I heard it was trending on TikTok, and I was like, well, why is everybody raving about it? I want to know what all the hype is about. And it's so smooth. Like this is such a smooth formula. So I only picked up one because a lot of the other shades that I was interested in were sold out. So when those shades come back in, I will pick up some more. And then I picked up two other blushes by Sephora Collection. So these are blush duos. And this shade is Peach Blossom. Oh, so stunning. So when I wear these two, I just mix them together, honestly. But I'll swatch them separately so you can see what it looks like. So this is Peach Blossom right here. Oh, so pretty. And then the other shade I picked up that I really do enjoy, that I have worn, and it's gonna be bae for the summer. Look at this. This is called Tiger Lily. Juicy, isn't it? I know, you don't have to tell me, but I already know. So this is what the two shades look like. And then this is what it looks like swatched on my arm. Formula of all of these blushes that I've just shown you by Sephora Collection, they're all matte, but it's a very smooth matte. So it's gonna blend very effortlessly and it's not gonna look dull and flat and ashy, chalky on the skin. It just will blend in so beautifully. Love them. Couple of other blushes I wanna talk about. Colourpop. So Colourpop sent over their Let's Roll collection and I love this Super Shock Cheek in the shade 360. Quick swatches for you. Here is 360 right here. These are so like creamy, bouncy, almost putty-like if you've never tried their Super Shock formula. And then I love this shade called All Laced Up. I've already traveled with both of these blushes and these are like my go-to shades. Here is All Laced Up for the summertime. I love like bright pinks, coral oranges, like all of those shades. And I think these are only like $8, $10. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful shades, pigmentations, wear all of the above. Very affordable too. Okay, oh, one other like cheeky product, blushy product, like moving into highlights sort of. Charlotte Tilbury's, this is the Multi Glow palette. You guys, I love this palette. Like love, love, love this palette. So you do get 4 different shades. I did do a review on this collection because I have the Multi Glow, I have the eyeshadow palette, and the new highlighting wand. This Beauty Light wand in the shade Spotlight. Stunning. I forgot about this. I'm glad I talked about this because this has also been a favorite. Oh, so good. This whole collection is beautiful. So I have been reaching for this a lot. What I like to do with this is I just take my brush and run it all the way through. I don't like focus on one specific shade. And then I like to just kind of like glaze it all over the cheeks. And the powder is milled so fine and so smooth that you can almost use it like an all over powder if you really like a glow. If like you want to be glowing, like glow, 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 glow. Just take a really fluffy brush and just like glaze it all over the face. Stunning, okay? Stunning. Like I was mentioning, the Beauty Light wand and Spotlight, I have multiples of these and this shade is no no less beautiful. This one I noticed was called Hollywood, like the Hollywood Flawless Filter. And I feel like it gives kind of that same effect like the Hollywood Flawless Filter. So here's the shade Spotlight. And although it might look a little light, a little aggressive, like it might be, if you have deeper skin, you might be like, Chels, I don't know if that's gonna work for me. It will, because it really does blend into the skin very effortlessly, and it looks just like a spotlight of highlight on the skin. You could also wear this underneath your foundation, and then you've got that lit from within like the Hollywood Flawless Filter. Love it. So this is what it looks like, more blended into my skin. And so as you can see, it doesn't look, you know, overly stark, doesn't look like it's too cool tone for my complexion. It's stunning, stunning. Okay, and then the last highlighter, yes, the last highlight that I wanted to mention, I've been loving on this since March, but I haven't had a chance to talk about it, not too much. The Rev de Camellia highlighter by Chanel. Ma'am, okay? Let me do a little swatcheroo for you. This one is beautiful. So here she is in all of her glory. And this particular highlighter is also kind of like the Charlotte Tilbury Multi-Glow, in that, where's the little brush it comes with? So it comes with this brush, really dense kabuki brush, and I like to just take it, the brush, swirl it in the powder, and once again, just ever so slightly, just dust it all over the face. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's so funny because when I first saw this being released, I was like, I'm not gonna get it, Chelsea. You don't need it. Self-control. And then I saw Michelle Wong use it. And when I saw Lexi Jong put this all over her face, I could not add to cart fast enough. And I love it. This is limited edition, so if it is still available, I will link it down below. Go ahead and get it, because you know when Chanel says limited edition, Chanel don't bring nothing back, okay? And that's another reason why I bought it, because I was like, I can't see everyone at the end of the year talking about this highlighter, using it all over their face, and I miss out again. So very happy to have that. I've been loving on that since March. But finally, you know, putting it in a respective video to say, yes, I love it, and I think you should get it if you are into something like that. Okay, eyeshadows. First, Charlotte Tilbury. Here we go. The Pillow Talk Dream Palette. She's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I've worn this a few times. I love every shade in this palette. It's just such a quick go-to, no fuss, but like simple beat. You could kind of take it there too, beat. Like, it's just perfect, especially if you like more pinky toned types of eyeshadows. You will really enjoy this palette. Mattes blend smoothly. Love the shimmer shades, her topper shades. Like, everything about this palette is like beautiful, and I highly recommend it. Next, we have Patrick Ta's Major Dimension 2 palette, his Rose palette. I did a full review of this one as well, and honey, Patrick Ta came to slay with this one. If you know me and you've been around for a while, you know I loved his original palette, but this one is so up my speed. And what I love most about this palette is every formula in this palette is stunning. All of the mattes blend smoothly. And these shimmers, although some of the shimmers are more like shimmer toppers, I still love how they look on the eye, how they apply on the eye. And then the two cream bases are just beautiful. Like, this palette is already a yearly favorite. Let me just go ahead and say it. Now, let me just tell you this too. Let's say you're like, Chels, it's beautiful, but I don't need all those shadows. I would say Charlotte Tilbury's Pillow Talk Dreams is, I would say, like a mini size sort of kind of the Rose palette, in the sense of I get similar vibes from both, just a little bit. And if you're someone who's not gonna need all of those shades, this palette here I think gives you the same feel. And in terms of shimmers, you know, you've got shimmers in this particular palette that remind me of shimmers in this one. Forgot to put the little sleeve back in here. And I would say go for the Charlotte Tilbury palette if you're like, I just need like a quick, no more than 4 eyeshadows because I don't be doing a lot. I recommend this one. Give it a try. Okay, so this next palette, let me preface this by saying, I like it. I did a review and I told y'all, if you don't want to put a little work in, this is not the palette for you. But if you don't mind putting in a little work, I like it. And I've traveled with it, so I have to talk about it. The Artist Couture what is this one called? Supreme Mauves palette. This color story is what really does it for me. But the formula is not the best. But because I love the color story, I don't mind working with the shadows. I really do like it. I really do. The matte, like I said, I did a full review. Some of these mattes blend beautifully. Some of the mattes are a little stiff. So you need to work in like very small sections to build up to the intensity of color that you want. Because with some of these mattes, they're not as smooth. Okay, so they're just not gonna blend as easily. And then some of the shimmers are a little lackluster, I will say that. So you do need to build them up or wet your brush, you know, to get the intensity that you might want. But I really do like this color scheme, and I like the shadows enough to work with them, so I do. And I do like it, and I've been reaching for it. And then Mother Bridgerton 2. I love this palette, I really do. But let me tell you the shades that I'm like swooning over. Uno, dos, tres. And tres, OMG. This chartreuse shade right here is, let me swatch it for you. Because you need to see it. I did do a full review like I mentioned before, so you can go ahead and check out that video. Look at her. For this shade alone, I think this palette is worth it. That's a very extra statement, and I know that, but you know, we're talking about Pat McGrath, so why not? But I really do love this palette. And I was looking at Bridgerton 1, and I was like, do I prefer Bridgerton 1 or do I prefer Bridgerton 2? Because I loved Bridgerton 1. Like, I picked up that palette way more than I thought I would. And I can't tell y'all which one I like better because I was looking at them and I was like, I don't know. I like them both because they're different enough to where they're gonna offer something a little different, right? So like looking at them side by side, like they just offer something different. So I really enjoy both of them. Formula wise, I really like them. And I actually like the packaging of both. Like very sturdy packaging, not too over the top in terms of like bulkiness. So I would say if you were interested, you should check them out. And I did finish Bridgerton 2 and I was like, such a sap. I really enjoyed it. Okay, eyeshadow palette that I used today is not in my favorites because I'm doing another video. This is the Jaclyn Hill Extra Robin eyeshadow palette. So I will be doing a review of that. That will be coming up hopefully tomorrow. So that's what's on the eyes, but sorry, I just want to put that out there. Okay. Now, for eyeliner, got a couple of eyeliners that I really enjoyed. The Pat McGrath Eye Kohl that she released with the Bridgerton 2 collection. Such a beautiful matte black, but I liked the thickness of this pencil because if I want to do like a very dramatic, smoky type of look, I like that I can do it faster with this eye kohl because the pencil portion is a little bigger. And it is intense. Like I'm talking intense. And I was like, yes, 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 yes. So really like this one. Esom, OMG, Esom. I thank them for sending me these products because had they not sent them to me, I would have not been able to try them and then love them myself. So they sent over their eyeliners to me and their lip liners. All of them are in my favorites. So for the eyeliners, let me get them. Okay, so first of all, I love that they're dual pencil. So this one is platinum and black. I have been using the shade black more so. And I guess I should swatch Pat's. Let me go ahead. Be consistent. So here is Pat's Eye Kohl. And then this is the one by Esom. You can already see the intensity differences. Oh, love it. I haven't used the platinum shade by Esom, but it's really pretty nonetheless. It is a shade to be used. I just haven't used it yet. And then the one that I use the most is going to be the brown one. Here we go. This is golden brown. So this is the gold side, which I haven't used it yet, but I do use the brown side a lot because I love brown eyeliners. So beautiful. So those are the eyeliners that I've been using by Esom. Then I have been loving Sephora Collections eyeliner. So this one is in the shade called Espresso Matte Up. This is a retractable pencil. The eyeliners by Esom you have to sharpen. Pat's Eye Kohl you have to sharpen, but it also comes with its own pencil sharpener. The eyeliner by Sephora Collection is a retractable one. So this is the shade Espresso Matte, and I really enjoy it as well. Very creamy. All of these eyeliners are the same in that they're very creamy. They last in the waterline very well, and they don't irritate my eyes. So those are the ones that I've been reaching for kind of over and over again. Mascara, my favorite of all of April. Sephora Collection, Size Up Mascara. This is bringing all the drama. So you want volume and you want some length, but more volume than length. This is the mascara, and it's quite affordable. I think it's $12. No, more than 16, but I think it's 12. And it doesn't irritate my eyes. Now, this mascara, I like to use it on my upper lashes because for my lower lashes, I do feel like it does transfer. So I primarily just use this for top lashes. Bottom lashes is my other favorite by Eyelism. This is their extra volume plus defining length mascara. Now this one I feel gives me more length than volume. So I like to use this on my lower lash line, and sometimes when I really want to be extra and I don't want to wear lashes, I'll put on my lash primer, Lancome's Sales Booster. Then I'll add Sephora Collection Size Up Mascara. Then Eyelism. Honey, what a combination. Absolutely stunning. Absolutely love it. So those are the two mascaras I've been using like really since March. March, I say because I got the Eyelism mascara in March. They did send it to me, and then I picked up the Sephora mascara in April. Okay, lashes. The Sephora Sephora Collection Weightless lashes. So I'm wearing currently Everyday Flare. Come a little close so you can see it. These are so beautiful and dramatic and lengthening, but they're not over the top. But I love the Sephora lashes so much that I also picked up Sweet and Subtle. Sorry, I have used these, but this is what Sweet and Subtle looks like. And then I have one last pair. Oh, here we go. I haven't used this one. This is called Fluffed and Full. So I'm saving this for like when I go out, you know, for a more dramatic look. But these really are weightless. They're so comfortable. Everyday Flare I have used so many times, so you can use them a really good amount of times before you need to purchase a new one or a new pair. And the band is very thin, so very easy to apply. The band is also quite flexible. I don't find myself needing to do a lot of flexing and bending to get them to fit my eye shape. Like, they're stunning. Like, I will pay the money to purchase these, maybe over like my Ardell's, because I love my Ardell's. I love my Kiss lashes, but like these are something. These are something. These are something. Love them. And then we got some, I cannot believe I forgot these for the eyes. Let's go back. Well, we're still talking about the eyes, so before we move on, Danessa Myricks came out with 2 new shades of her Color Fix products. So I picked up both shades Nightcap and Jewels. I have been wearing the mess out of Nightcap. I don't have any more arm space. Okay, I'll just put this here. Here is Nightcap. Did y'all see the shift in that? Look at her. Look at her. She's beautiful. And then Jewels is like a more amped up version of Nightcap with some different shifts, but nonetheless beautiful. Let me take a little Jewels here. And both of these are her foil finishes. Ooh, okay, I'll put this here. This is where we'll put Jewels. Oh, look at her. Look at her. Stunning. I love both of them. If you don't know anything about Danessa Myricks and her Color Fix, let me get you up to speed. I've done a whole video on how to use Color Fix all over the face. Legit all over the face. Complexion, concealer, all the things. So I have a mission to collect all of her Color Fix shades and products, and I will. Oh, you best believe I will. So I had to add those to my collection. Okay, now we can move on to lips. Yes, we can. Okay, so for lips, I got a lot of lip products. I usually never have lip products like this, but I do. All of the Eyelism lip liners, ma'am. I must have been under a rock. These things are amazing. So these are just like the eyeliners. They are dual shades, and I have all of them. I'm not gonna swatch all of them just for length of video, but I will show you all of them so you can see the shades. So we've got Blushed. Blushed is one of my, now I will swatch Blush because Blushed is one of my favorites. So here is Blushed. Oh, I love wearing Blushed with a pinky nude lip. Man, stunning. Then we have, this one is Plum. So these are the two shades in the lip liner, Plum. Red. Red is gorgeous, really beautiful. Then my other favorite is going to be Brazen. Look at these two. Oh, I have to swatch them because once again, I have worn the mess out of Brazen. And this is going to be like my go-to for the summer. Once again, just beautiful summer shades. So sorry, I didn't get them all in here, but you can see both of the shades here. Stunning. And then we have Nude. I do like nude as well. You've got this deeper brown, this lighter brownish shade. So I highly recommend their lip liners or eyeliners. I think I have a discount code with them that saves you 10% off. So I'll have that down below in the description box next to the links for the Esom products. Okay, then Foxy Brown by Charlotte Tilbury. This lip liner stays in my purse. And you know, when a product makes the purse, oh, you are everyday bomb status here. This lip liner is it for me. Like, I can't get enough of this. Look at it. Look at her. Like, perfectly neutral. So we're not too cool. We're not too warm. Formula is very smooth. It's a formula that's going to last throughout the day. So we're not talking like Christian Audette, no budging at all. But we're getting you through the day. Okay, so we're not going to talk down about her because we're going to get through the day, but we're not going to maybe get into the next day. Christian Audette, I will put that lip liner on, and if I don't like intentionally take off my lip liner, it's going to be on my lips the very next day. But I can't get enough of Foxy Brown. She's going right back in my purse. Purse is right here. Then we have Jaclyn Cosmetics Lip Pout Liquid Lipsticks. Okay, so I bought 3 shades when they went on sale during Ulta's 21 Days of Beauty. And so I picked the shades Get Real, Crabby, and I'm a Cancer. All 3 shades stay in my purse. I'm obsessed. I'm literally obsessed. I'm gonna do some quick swatches. So this one is I'm a Cancer. I would say I wear I'm a Cancer. Oh, I wear them all a lot. All right, so can y'all see that? Here is I'm a Cancer right there. Then this one is Crabby. I would say I wear I'm a Cancer and Get Real the most, but like Crabby, come on now, she's beautiful. And you know, if you don't want to support Jaclyn Hill, you don't have to. These are shades that you could probably find elsewhere, but the formula is very long lasting. They don't budge. But they're also not excessively drying on the lips. Here is Get Real right there. That's Get Real, I'm a Cancer, and then Crabby. I have been wearing her liquid lipsticks all month. These stay in my purse. They do. I love them. So putting them back in my purse. And then I picked up from her Mother's Day collection that she created with her mother, the shade Sweetheart and Love, and that's actually what's on my lips. And I also picked up her lip liner in the shade Love, and I really do like it. So, ooh, I don't have no more space. Let's do here. Here is the lip liner in Love. Hopefully y'all can see that. And I'll swatch both of the shades of the lipstick. The lipsticks are going to be a little cooler in their tones, which these 2 shades I think do work well with my complexion. The other 2 shades were light and I didn't think they would work too well, so I didn't get those. So this is the shade Love, and then this is the shade Sweetheart. So I lined my lips with the shade Love, then I put Sweetheart in the middle, and then I put the liquid lipstick Love like right here, and then blended it all together. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. One more lip product. I have been loving the K-Skin Lip Balm. So this is a new brand at Sephora. I want to say this is Black owned. I want to say it is. Don't quote me on that. If it's not, I'll correct myself on the screen. If I don't correct myself, then it is a Black-owned brand. I did not have a lip balm that had sunscreen in it, and I felt like I needed it. And this is really hydrating on the lips. If my lips ever feel dry or if they're cracking, it really melts into my lips, makes them extremely soft. And this lives in my purse, so back in my purse it goes. But it's a really, really great lip balm with some sun protection in it as well. Okay, oh, I forgot, I've got a couple more lip products. Oh, so much. Okay, going through these quickly. The Sephora collection lip liners are stunning. So I have the shades called Dressed to the 90s. So many. So this is what it looks like. The shade of the actual pencil is the shade of the lip liner. I'm so sorry, this is gonna be long. I hope you have a snack and something to drink. Then we have Hot Sauce. One of you all recommended this one to me. I love it. And then I picked up Molasses, which is a dark brown. I don't need no more lip liners. I don't. Watch me get some more, but I don't. And then last in the lip section, so I picked up the shade Capricious in the new Maybelline vinyl liquid lipstick. So what's like, this was trending on TikTok, so I heard. It's a glossy like finish, but it doesn't smudge, and it has the staying power and properties of a liquid lipstick, but you've got a gloss on the lips. So I was like, let me try it. So I picked up the shade Capricious, and I was like, how about it? How about it? And I mean, it pretty much doesn't transfer. I mean, you might get the tiniest bit of transfer, but like once it dries, it's pretty much set in place, like eating, drinking, and all the things. So this is the shade Capricious right here. And I loved it, right? I was like, okay, I'm gonna get some more. Then I was contacted by this company that was like, hey, we're partnering with Maybelline. We'd love to send you more of the vinyl liquid lipsticks. And I was like, absolutely, I was gonna pick them up anyway. So they sent over 5 shades. One of the shades is Capricious, so I just put that away for a giveaway since I already have the shade. But the other 4 shades are going to be Cheeky, Peachy, Red Hot, and then Unrivaled. So I did a Reels swatching all 4 of these shades. So I will insert the Reels so you can see what they look like on my lips. But I love them. Love, love, love them. So, you know, more of an affordable liquid lipstick option for you, especially if you like to have a little gloss to the lips. Like, they're stunning. Whew, I'm exhausted, but we got more to talk about. Not too much more, but a little bit more. Okay, lastly, we've got a tool, and then we have some fragrances, and then we'll be done. Rose and Ben. Why have I not heard of the brand Rose and Ben? Why have y'all been keeping this a secret from me? Because some of you already know about this. Okay, if you don't know, Rose and Ben is a makeup brush brand. I don't know if they're gonna come out with more products, but so far they are creators of brushes. This C41 brush is goodness to the face and your complexion products. So I heard about this from Danessa Myricks, watching her Teach Me Tuesday. She's like, when you get my Balm powders, the best brush to use with it is the Rose and Ben C41. I immediately left the Teach Me Tuesday live, ordered the brush because I was like, I do not want it to sell out. I love this brush. It is a synthetic brush, but the hairs are so soft. It does remind me, if you're already thinking about it, I already know, it does remind me of the BK Beauty 101 brush, which I adore, and I still adore it. But the hairs are gonna be a little longer than the BK Beauty one. And then also, I think the C41 is a little softer than the BK Beauty one. And when I say a little softer, like by a hair, because the BK Beauty brushes are extremely soft. So don't get me wrong, like it's like, you know, by smidges of a difference that this one's just a little softer. But I love, love, love this brush. So I am gonna be picking up the rest of their brushes because I'm like, I have to try them all now because that brush is so amazing. So I wanted to shout that one out, like highly recommend it. The quality of the brush too is just stunning. Like you can tell a lot of thought, effort, and craft has gone into this brush. They are handmade and it's just amazing quality for what you're getting. And then onto fragrances. Okay, so Andrea Renee got me obsessed with needing a hair fragrance because like I'm obsessed with fragrances and I'm like, oh well, yeah, I do need one for the hair. Absolutely. So I picked up a kit from Jisoo because she was raving about their hair perfume, and let me tell you, it smells like honey in the best way possible. Like honey with like a little bit of vanilla. Let me go ahead and spray a shiny as we speak, because you know, we don't have any with this little hair here. It smells divine. It smells divine, and it actually lasts pretty good in the hair. So when I say pretty good, like 4 hours later, I can like go like this and I will still smell the hair fragrance in my hair. So love it, love it, love it. I would actually recommend it. I would. This is the mini size. So if you're not someone that's gonna use this every day, like I think this will last you. There is a larger size if you are someone that you know I'm gonna use this every day. And it also has like an oil-based consistency to it, so it will add some shine to your hair. It does have some good ingredients in it for the hair, so it's not going to be a hair fragrance that's going to strip your hair because it's all alcohol and, you know, none of that stuff. And yes, I did spray some in my mouth. I can taste it here when I was going like this. Now, on to the fragrances. The obsession is real on these next fragrances that I'm going to be talking about. Okay. I'd be so dramatic. Okay. Maison Francis Kirk de John Baccarat 540 has stolen my heart. As of right now, this is my signature scent, okay? If you smell me in person, more than likely, I would say about maybe 6 times out of 10, I'm gonna be wearing this fragrance. I love it. I still love the dossier version of it, Ambery Saffron. It still resides in my heart. But like I get the hype over the original scent, and I completely agree with it all. This is what I've heard some people describe as like a magic act, meaning that you put it on and like an hour later you don't smell it on yourself, but people around you will smell it. And then ever so slightly, sometimes you might like turn around and like throw a little sass, and then you might smell it and you're like, oh, is that me? Oh, it is me. This smells so divine. I get the hype around it. Y'all already probably either have it, you've heard about it, like, yes. So the hype was so real for me. I went out and bought the body oil because why not? Why not? I bought the oil because I did want this to project a little more, because I like to smell my fragrances. That is the one qualm that I do have with the fragrance. I want to smell it, okay? I don't want you to smell it, and I don't. I want to smell it. So I bought the body oil to add a little bit more of an oomph to it so that I can smell it. And when I want to wear this fragrance and I really want to smell it, I just throw in my dossier version, because I know I will smell that all day long, and that's why I love it. But I like, for me, these are a win. These are definitely repurchases for me. Like when I run out, I will repurchase definitely the fragrance. I'll probably repurchase the body oil because it is a lot more affordable than the parfum. And when I purchase the parfum, I will get the bigger size because I already know it will be worth it for me. What I raved about wanting, and I finally got it, was the Tom Ford Rose Prick fragrance. Now this is not for everybody. And when I smell her, I still kind of go like, am I bold enough to wear her? And I'm like, absolutely, I am. This is a rose scent that is not for the faint of heart, okay? Do not put a lot on her because she projects. Like she is coming in the room before you do. Very warm, very spicy. Very rosy, but very warm and very spicy. It really could take your breath away. No lie, it could. It doesn't, but it could. I only like to do no more than like 3 spritz of this one because it will take my breath away and make me feel like I'm too much for myself. That says a lot. But I love it. This is a fragrance that, like, I also love the packaging of it. This is what actually pulled me in to this fragrance before I even smelled it, was the packaging, because I love pink and like matte pink, baby pink at that, stunning. But so happy to have that one. That is a fragrance that I don't need the larger bottle because I'm not gonna run through that at all. Like that is like date night out with the girls, like whatever you're going to and you want to make a statement, Tom Ford Rose Prick is going to be that fragrance that you would wear for that. Baccarat 540 is like perfect every day, like flirty, girly, you know, like I'm cute, I'm sexy, but like I'm trying to play it down, don't want to be doing too much, but I want to do everything. Like That's what I think of when I think of this one. And it smells like money. It does smell like money to me. The last fragrance that is newest to my collection, but I love it nonetheless, is by Off-White. So this is their Paperwork fragrance. I got solution number 3. Oh, okay, so this is their floral scent. This smells like, do they have the notes on here? They do not. There is rose in this. I want to say there's different types of roses in this fragrance. This is very, this is more light. So when I first smelled this, I thought of Le Labo Rose 31. So I have Dossier's version of that. Oh, what are you called? Floral Rose. And I mean, that one has been in my favorites too. I love the Dossier's version of Le Labo's Rose 31. Floral Rose by Dossier. I cannot get enough of it. It's another type of spicy rose. It's definitely more of a statement too. It's a beautiful scent, like one of my favorites, okay? When I first smelled this one by Off-White, I thought about that one. I was like, oh my God, like this is maybe like the lighter version of that. I wore them together, and on my body chemistry, it was, I wouldn't recommend wearing them both together because it's almost like too extreme, if that makes sense. Like Off-White's is a little too light and airy, and then Dossier's version of Le Labo Rose 31 is like too like, and they don't meet well together for me. I smelled quite musky, like my underarms stank musky. But this one by itself, she does very well by herself. She lasts very good. I would say good 6 to 7 hours throughout the day. And like I said, more on the lighter side, perfect for like day wear. I would wear this at night though. Yeah, I would wear this at night if I wanted something like kind of undetectable, a little skin-like, but like I make a statement. It's got a beautiful rose, like nothing old, a modernized rose. I love the packaging, like look at it, it's so just stunning. Oh, this is such a beautiful fragrance. So glad I picked it up. Woo! We made it, guys. We made it to the end. If you made it to the end, hand clap to you. Thank you so much for always supporting my channel and just being here with me on this ride and this journey. I love you all from the bottom of my heart. I do not tell y'all that often, like literally like that, but if I have not told you in a while, I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you so much for watching this video, and let me know what your favorites have been from the month of April. Are any of my favorites your favorites? If they are not, leave your favorites down below because you know your girl's always looking for the next best thing. So I'd love to hear your recommendations and your suggestions. And if you've made it to this point in the video and you have yet to subscribe to my channel, we're almost at 15,000 subscribers and I'm so excited. So excited to have each and every one of you. So if you are watching and you've made it this far, you might as well subscribe. I mean, who watches a 40+ minute video and doesn't subscribe? Come on now, come on. Okay, but go ahead and subscribe. I'd love to have you join the Glam Girl Squad. And guys, that is it. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope to see you in my very next video. Bye, guys.